Hello, and welcome to this video presentation. My name is Paul Brett. I'm a Senior Software Support Analyst supporting the Transformation Extender product from IBM. The topic for this video is replacing the Java Runtime Engine included with IBM Transformation Extender. Feel free to reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. During the product's lifetime, in some instances, it may be necessary to replace the Java Runtime Engine, or JRE, included with IBM Transformation Extender, ITX. Reasons for this may include to resolve a known bug, to mitigate a reported vulnerability, to gain additional functionality, or to ensure compatibility with other software. We'll start this demonstration on my remote virtual machine, where you can see I have the Transformation Extender 10.1.2 installed and the Design Studio is running. I also have a link to the design server running on the localhost loopback address. There's a couple of projects in there. And if I show you the Windows File Explorer, you can see that the product is installed in the standard directory and has the standard Java subdirectory. If I go into the bin of there, fire up a command prompt and run java-version, you'll see that it's the standard Java version 1.8 build 301. Now let's say, for example, there was a known vulnerability with this version of Java and you wanted to use the latest Java instead. So the first step would be to ensure that we're not currently running any part of the product. So that involves shutting down the Design Studio, shutting down the Design Server, and once those elements are stopped, which we can confirm by attempting to rename the Transformation Extender directory itself. Okay, still a program currently using the directory, possibly my command prompt. Let's exit that, try one more time. Now that I can successfully rename the directory, that means that no processes are currently running from within it. I can be confident that I can now change the Java Runtime Engine without causing any issues. So there are two ways to do this. The first way is to rename the existing Java directory with another name. Then I could copy in a replacement JRE into this directory as the Java name, or I can create a soft link. But before we can do either of those methods, we have to identify where we can get the update from. My link here, Java Downloads, goes to an IBM.com directory where you can download the latest Java SDK. Version 8 is what we're looking for. All of this stuff is for Linux. Over here there is a link for Windows. And from the Windows page we can download Eclipse. And Eclipse will come with an embedded JRE that we can then use, and this should be the latest JRE that fixes all known vulnerabilities. I've downloaded that already, and you can see that I have it in my downloads folder. I've already extracted this zip file into a folder called IDP for E, and we have an IBM_SDK80 subdirectory here, and within that a JRE subdirectory. So this is what we want to copy into IBM. So I'm going to copy that path to my clipboard and I'm going to go with the soft link route. So I'm going to open a command prompt as administrator, change to my IBM Transformation Extender directory and use the mklink command to create a link called Java, which points to the directory where the JRE is currently installed. You'll note now that if I bring up the Windows File Explorer view, we have a Java subdirectory, a little tiny arrow here telling me that it's a soft link, but within there we have bin, and if we open a command prompt in bin and run java-version, you will note that the build is now 1.8 build 361. Okay, so this is a newer version of the Java Runtime Engine. Can we actually run Design Studio? Design Studio fires up quite happily. Can we start Design Server? I'll run the start script. This is going to take a while. While we're waiting for that to load, we'll just have a quick look around the Design Studio to check that everything looks like it's functioning as it should. New Extender project. Yep, all looks great. We'll just move that to one side for the moment and wait for this to finish. Okay, the script has finished running, so let's fire up the design server, which connects. That's fabulous, and indeed we can also run the REST API endpoints page and the REST API Swagger page. All of that is functioning as it should. So that's how you apply a Java update. Let's quickly delve into how to roll back. I'm going to run the stop script here to stop the design server. I'm going to close down the Design Studio. I'm going to open up my Transformation Extender directory. I'm going to delete the directory, or in this case the soft link that says Java, and I'm going to rename Java_old back to Java, and there we go, we are back to our previous version of Java, which we can confirm by going into the bin directory and running Java-version build 301 again. So that's the end of my Windows demonstration. Let's move on to Linux. Here we are on my virtual Linux machine. I am logged in as a user called Makata. I have a maps subdirectory, and within there I have one map, test1.mmc, and two directories, input and output. Input is empty. Output will contain the remnants of my last test. I'm going to remove that. So now output is also empty. So where's our runtime? If I go to opt IBM, you will note I have an ITX 10120 directory. If I run the setup script and run launcher.sh-start, my deployed launcher will start running, which I can confirm with the appropriate ps command. You can see here my launcher is currently running now. If I go to my home directory and into my maps and echo some text into a file in the input directory, if I now have a look at the output directory, you'll see that the file has been moved to output, and if I check the content, you'll see that the input has been capitalized, which is all that my map does. Okay, so the product is running exactly as intended. Let's show the Java version that we have currently. Here we have 1.8 build 301 as per the Windows machine. If there's a vulnerability identified with this version and we need to use a newer JRE, this is how we go about it. First thing to do is to make sure that none of the products are currently running. We'll stop the launcher and confirm with the ps command. Yes, the launcher is shut down. Again, we can rename Java to Java_old and then recreate the Java directory and place into it a copy of a Java Runtime Engine that we have downloaded from the internet, or we can create a soft link to a Java Runtime Engine that we have downloaded from the internet. So let's do that now. That's the old one renamed. Let's find an appropriate Java Runtime Engine. In my downloads, you will note that I have downloaded a Java Runtime Engine. This was obtained from Oracle and should be perfectly suitable for our needs. I'm going to install it into the /usr/java directory. I'm going to need to run that command as root. Okay, so in the user Java directory, we have now a JRE. We have a bin and a lib inside this, which is good. So this is the directory that we want to be using. I can either do this as a soft link, or again, I can copy it wholesale into my ITX installation. I'm going to do the soft link route. There's my soft link command. We've got a ln to make a link, -s to make it a soft link. This is where it's pointing, and this is going to be the name of it. So if I do an ls now, you will note that I do have a Java directory. There it is. It's in a slightly different color to indicate that it's a link. But if I do ls-la and scroll up slightly, you will see that Java shows a pointer to actually be pointing to a place. If I go into Java, we know we've got classic bin and libs directories. If I go into bin and run Java -version, you will see that we've got the updated 1.8 build 371. Okay, but does the product work? Well, let's give it a try. I'm going to go back to my home directory and into my maps. I'm going to remove everything from output so that it's empty and ready to demonstrate, and then I'm going to start my launcher. Okay, the launcher is running. In theory, anything I create in the input directory now should get transformed into the output directory. If we check the content of the output directory now, our file is there. If we check the content, it's the string that we put in capitalized. So we can be confident that the launcher is working as expected under the new JRE. To roll back, again, let's stop all running products. So let's go to our ITX installation, and we're going to remove the softlinked Java. Java is gone. We're going to move Java_old back to the original name Java. In the logs directory, I'm going to remove all logs. I'm going to start the launcher. And then I'm going to show the content of the compound system.txt file, which shows that the launcher successfully started, showing once again that our Java has been returned to the original version. .8 build 301. And that's the end of the Linux demonstration. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video presentation today. If you found the content interesting and informative, hit that like button. Perhaps leave me a comment. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, as I release content such as this on a regular basis. Feel free to reach out to me on popular social media channels at Paul Brett IBM. Thank you.